Happy Sunday afternoon here in the AA Texas League. Final game of the second homestand about ready to get underway between the Northwest Arkansas Naturals and the San Antonio Missions. Back here with the first pitch coming up right after this. Missions are calling up a right-hander out of the bullpen, Angel Felipe. And he is 6'5", 190 pounds, and age 25, will be on the hill today for San Antonio. Well, we're about ready to go, and stepping up first for Northwest Arkansas, Tucker Bradley. As we are about ready to go on this Sunday afternoon. 3 words, let's play ball. And the first pitch, as we are underway, and Ty Krause will call the first one. Right there for a code strike, gets 0-1. Beautiful conditions, no clouds. Temperature 83 degrees here at first pitch. That one high fly in the air, and that will go out of play, and the count now is 0-2. Finale of the 6-game series today. It is also Bark in the Park, our first one of the 2023 season. 0-2. And right there, strikeout number 1. Go to Angel Felipe as he will record the first out of the inning. Go ahead and give you teams today. Northwest Arkansas at San Antonio, Frisco at Amarillo, Corpus Christi at Midland, Springfield at Wichita, Tulsa at Arkansas. Here is Harold Gonzalez as he steps in, and he takes one right there and inside for a code strike, and it's 0-1. Northwest Arkansas winning last night, and they are pretty much closing in if they get a victory here today on San Antonio. And a pitch. Right there, a swing and a miss, and the count now 0-2. Amarillo and Arkansas, they lead in the first place positions. Frisco and Tulsa are in second place positions. Midland and Northwest Arkansas are in third place positions. Fourth place is San Antonio and Wichita, and Corpus Christi and Springfield be in last place. 0-2. And that one outside for the count now, 1-2. I'm also joined in the booth by my partner Bob. Good evening. Good afternoon, I will say. It's not even evening, but all right, I will say good evening to you. Here's a 1-2. High fly in the air. Up in right field is Joshua Mears as he makes the play for 2 away. So, Bob, how are you? I am doing good. How are you? I'm great. Well, let's go ahead and give the visiting Northwest Arkansas Naturals the starting lineups. And, Bob, I got to say, these boys won last night at a 7-1 contest. And, boy, I got to say, they did pretty well to secure the 5th of the 6 games. Yeah, really they did. They came at full force at San Antonio, and today they might just try to claim this one. High fly in the air to Joshua Mears as he'll make the play, and that will do it. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. We're through the top half of the first. San Antonio coming to bat right after this. Northwest Arkansas is calling a right-hander, Steven Cruz, to come out, do the bottom half of the first inning on the hill for the Naturals. He is 6'7", 225 pounds, and age 23. Now we're about ready to go for the home half of the first inning for San Antonio, and that'll bring up the center fielder, Tim Lopes. Here's a pitch. That one down and outside for a ball, and the count now 1-0. It's beautiful today, isn't it, Bob? I gotta say, you're not lying about that. There ain't no clouds. The sun is shining. It's beautiful to come out to the ball game and just have a pretty good day. Well, you did bring your dog to the park today, right, Bob? Indeed, I did. I brought my German Shepherd and Saint Bernard, and my wife is here. Oh, is she? So what's your wife's name? Her name is Miss Ann. Oh, hello, Ann. Well, hi. How are you? I am good, thank you. So, welcome to Missions Baseball. Have you ever been to a Missions game before? I have, through the last couple of times that I've been to a Missions game, and it's really fun. Well, that is good. I'm glad you are having a good time. Here's a 3-1, and that one is down for ball 4, and he loses him on 5 pitches. So, tell me, John, do you love dogs? I do. And right there outside for the ball, and the count now 1-0. Wander Javier coming in. He is the shortstop for the Missions. He's at Dr. Pepper. So far, 2 weeks from today, playing Corpus Christi, we'll have our Fiesta Sunday, which is presented by Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. And so far, we are going pretty good. Here's a 1-1. That one down and inside for a code strike, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So, Annie, where are you from? I lived in San Antonio all my life. Well, that's pretty good. You enjoy it here? Yes. Me and my husband, we love San Antonio. It's really good city to live in and to watch baseball and to be season ticket holders. Well, that's good. I'm glad you guys come out and enjoy the ball game. That's high flying in the air. Up in right field is the right fielder as he'll make the play for the first out of the inning. So, Miss Ann, I got another question for you, but before we get started with that one, let's go ahead and give the San Antonio starting lineups. And Bob, I gotta say, these guys, they need a victory today, do they not? Oh, of course they do. They need a victory. And to claim the 10th win of the year, San Antonio is 9-9, and Northwest Arkansas is at an even 10. So if today they win, they'll be 11-10. San Antonio will be a 9-10 if they lose here today. That'll bring up Joshua Mears, the right fielder, as he comes in. And that's going to be lifted, high fly in the air. Up in center, going up into right center, will make the play as the second out of the inning. So, Ann, I was going to ask you something. Yes? I was going to ask, well, shoot, I forgot what I was going to ask you. That's okay. We all forget. Here's Juan Fernandez as he takes one outside, and the count now 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at first, 2 away. I was going to say nobody was out, but I'm just pulling your leg right there. 2 balls and no strikes to the first baseman, Juan Fernandez. 2-1. Runner at first, 2 away. Bottom half of the first inning for the Missions on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. And that's going to be high fly in the air, and they will run after it out there and right as the right fielder will make the play for the out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. We go now to the top of the second, and it is no score through 1. The top half of the second for Northwest Arkansas, and stepping in, Robbie Glendenning. Glendenning coming in. And that's going to be high fly right there. Up and center is right there in front of Tim Lopes. As he will be right there in front of it, and he will watch it land in front. And that one's going to be high fly in the air. Lopes will get the fifth batter. Tyler Gentry retired here with a 1 pitch, 1 out. That's going to bring in Shervian Newton. 1 away, 1 on here in the top of the Northwest Arkansas second. Here's a pitch. Down and inside for the cold strike, and it's 0-1. So, Ann, you still there with us? Yes, I'm still here. So, I was going to ask you, how many dogs have you had in your whole lifetime? Well, John, I don't know. You don't know? Well, that's okay. How many dogs have you had in your whole life? Well, I've had quite too many. But hey, I love dogs, and I grew up with a special dog in my lifetime, and he's also the crown jewel. I don't know if you know Beethoven or not. Oh, yes, everybody knows Beethoven. He was one of my favorite movies. No, that's good, that's good. What about you, Bob? Did you enjoy Beethoven? Yeah, Beethoven is like one of my favorite movies in all of 1992 and 1993. That's pretty good. Here is Juan Carlos Negrete as he fouls one off, and the count now is 0-1. Got a few dogs out there. Some are trying to run after the foul ball. And the 0-1. High fly in the air. Out there is Mears as he races. And he has to come up empty-handed. And the count now is 0-2. So far, everybody up in the Texas League is having bark in the park as everybody plays their final game of their 6-game series. Well, right there, that will be the swing and a miss, and that will do for the top half of the second. No runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left on. We go to the bottom half of the second, and still no score. Well, that'll bring up the hot corner third baseman Lucas Dunn as he strides up for the home half of the second for San Antonio. That one right in there for a cold strike, and it is 0-1. Missions after today, they will head north to go to Oklahoma to take on the Tulsa Drillers in a 6-game set, starting the second day of May. And right there, swing and a miss, and he goes down on strikes. And Cruz will get his first. I think it is his first. And so far, it's going pretty good. Well, we do have some visitors in the YouTube live chat. This beautiful Sunday afternoon, we'll get patched in and see who we got. Right there and outside to the designated hitter, Grant Little. He's 0 for 1. Well, hello, JP. How are you doing? Today's attendance will be up at the top half of the 8th inning. And so far, nobody knows. Do you know, Bob? No. And right there is a swing and chopped foul. Right in the catcher's mitt for a strike, and the count 1-2. That's right there to first. He'll throw to the pitcher, cover for first, and that is 2 quick outs here in the bottom of 2. That'll bring up the second baseman, Jackson Merrill. Merrill coming in, and he is ready to go. In the stretch. Too high and outside for ball one. In the inside corner. Did that look like the inside corner? I think it was the inside corner. What do you think, Ma? I think it was the inside corner. Well, you two got some pretty good guesses. It was the outside corner. 2 balls, no strikes. Jackson Merrill. And that one is fouled and away, and the count now 2-1. Want to remind all of our fans that you must be alert at all times and watch for foul balls that do go out of play. And that's going to be right there, and that one is foul. Boy, so close to being a fair ball if it didn't drift. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Merrill. And that's going to be right there to first. The first baseman takes it, and he's got it for the out. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Top half of the third on this Sunday afternoon, and it is no score through 2. Well, John Rave will be the 8-hole batter. He comes in for Northwest Arkansas. And the pitch to him. That one is out and foul, and the count now 0-1. Naturals head home. They take on the Wichita Wind Surge beginning on Tuesday. And do believe that will be a morning game for a lot of people at field. There in Springdale, Arkansas. No balls and 2 strikes. Missions head to Tulsa. And good thing about it is it's going to be pretty good. Funny thing about it is Midland having a 12-game homestand. It is their first longest homestand in 2023 with up to 12 games. First 6 against Corpus Christi. The next 6 starting up Tuesday with the Frisco Rough Riders. No balls, 2 strikes. Top of 3. Here's a pitch. And that's going to be high fly in the air. And Mears can't get there as that will land for the base hit. So that will go down as a single with nobody out. And that's going to bring in Luca Tresh. Tresh coming in, and the pitch to him. Down and inside is 0-1. I see a lot of dogs out here. A lot of dogs, I gotta say. I see German Shepherds and St. Bernards, and my friend Bob and his wife have a German Shepherd and St. Bernard. They are the family dogs. And right there, as he'll swipe second. And Northwest Arkansas has a runner in scoring position. And so far, they do not get the tag on them. Here's a 1-1. Right there and inside for a code strike, and it's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count in the top of the third inning with a runner in scoring position. And a pitch. High fly in the air, and that will go out of play. Hits the base of the wall, and it is foul. Also, we remind all of our fans, do not mess with balls that are in play. 1-2. Outside in the middle half of the zone, and the count now 2-2. So even up. Right there. Rave holding on as second. 2-2 pitch. And again, he fouls it away. Still hanging on at 2 balls, 2 strikes in the count. 2-2. And full count now, as that will be a 3-ball, 2-strike count. And on deck for Northwest Arkansas is the right fielder, Tucker Bradley. 3-2. High in the air, and that will go foul. Again, it hits the base of the wall, just like the last one did. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the count. Pitched by Felipe. And that's going to be high fly in the air. Lopes coming after it, and he'll make the play in center for the first down. Everybody going here this afternoon, and beautiful Sunday here in the AA Texas League. Everybody playing their last game. Indeed, John. Everybody come out to the ball game if you get a chance, because you're going to have a good time watching these boys play. Up to the top of the lineup for Northwest Arkansas, Tucker Bradley. Coming in, he's 0 for 1 of the day, and he takes one well and inside for a code strike, and it's 0-1. Mission's back home on Tuesday, May 9th, as we take on the visiting Corpus Christi Hooks for a 6-game set. That is May 9th through the 16th.
Outside.
Don't forget, on the 18th, Missions are off to Midland to begin a 6-game first meetup of the year between the Rockhounds and the 1-1. And that one is fouled and away, in the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 ball and 2 strike the count. Bradley at the plate. Felipe looks in. 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he'll get 2. 2 back-to-back strikeouts, and he'll strike out Bradley. And still holding on is the runner at second. That is John Rae. Rae coming out at second, and that'll bring up Harold Gonzalez. Gonzalez coming in. He's now in the 0-1 count. Fly out in the first, and he is 0 for 1. 0-1. Right there, and that will go out of play in a 0-2 count. No balls, 2 strikes. 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he strikes the side out. And beautiful. Just beautiful. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom half of 3, and it is no score. The left fielder is Albert Fabian, as we get ready to go here in the bottom half of the San Antonio third. We played 2 innings, already scoreless in the middle half of 3. Right there, that one is inside. 1 ball, 1 strike to the left fielder, Fabian. Here's the 1-1. And that's going to be lifted high fly in the air. And the right fielder will run after it as he makes the play for the first down.
Batting 9th, the catcher, Michael.
The catcher is Michael Cantu. After the fly out, still nobody on base. The pitch. And that's going to be line drive up to right field, and they'll get through for a single. San Antonio now hits the hit column with a 102-mile-an-hour fastball by Cantu. Yeah, looks like Cantu knows Robbie Glendenning right there at first base. I think they were best friends. What do you think, Bob? Well, I don't know. Maybe they went to school together. and probably they went to school. I don't know if they did or not, but they probably did. Here's the center fielder, Tim Lopes. And that one is down and inside. And the count now is 2 balls and no strikes. Here's a 2-0 delivery. And that one's going to be high flying in the air, and that will go out of touch. So that will be foul ball to make the count 2-1. Line drive up the center, and they'll get through for a base hit. So 2 back-to-back leadoff singles.
Not shortstop.
And San Antonio now has their runner in scoring position. So what a way to get going here on this afternoon, and San Antonio could take this game easily. Well, give you the scores. Midland in front of Corpus Christi 4-3 in the bottom half of the 5th inning. So far, pretty good there at Franco Park, there in Midland, Texas. No score here to this point in the bottom of 3. 2 runners on bases. And again, there's another one line drive. And that will put the missions up to bases are full. And that is 3 singles. Wow, I mean, wow, that is good right there on the hitting. And that brings up Joshua Mears. So he comes in, and that's going to be right there. And he's got 1, and he's got 2. A double play by the plate into first, and that will do it. Well, no runs on 3 hits, no errors. And at least 1 left. We go to the top of the 4th, no score. John Scampy and Chris Singleton will be live Tuesday night at 7:05. San Antonio play hosting at Tulsa. Start a 6-game road series there at DCJ Field there in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Here is Jimmy Govern, and that's going to be a leadoff single as that will go up to center. And that will lead off the top of the Northwest Arkansas 4th.
Now batting, first baseman, Robbie Glendenning.
That'll bring up first baseman Robbie Glendenning. Glendenning comes in. He's 1 for 1 of the day. He averaged at a 400 out of a 557 of the year. Remarkable, right, Bob? Oh, I gotta say, very impressive on how he's doing all of that. Here's a pitch. And that's going to be high flying in the mirror. And Mears is going to let it drop. I don't know what was going on with him. He let it drop. The question is, I don't know why he stopped, but as you look at instant replay, he had that ball right in his tracks, and he just let it stop. That ought to be an error on the right fielder. You got that right. Now, Northwest Arkansas has 2nd and 3rd. Nobody out here in this half of the frame. Pretty rough around the edges. You give up a run, but that should be an error on top of the right fielder, Mears. And that's going to get off and foul. So in the count now, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. And looking in the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he'll get him down. Well, Midland is in front of Corpus Christi. They are 7-3. as they continue to pound the Corpus Christi Hooks just by base hit after base hit. So far, Frisco 5-1 there at Water Ridge Field in downtown Amarillo as they lead the Sod Poodles. And that is going to be out and foul, so in the count now, 0-1. Frisco, after their last game at Amarillo, they head to Midland to start their next half of 6 games against the Midland Rockhounds. So pretty good, as the Rockhounds will have their 12-game homestand and the 6 against Corpus Christi, and the following Tuesday of 6 against the Frisco Rough Riders. 0-2 the count, and that's going to be right there. And they will zip line it right to first, and Northwest Arkansas will score in the game's first run of the day. That'll bring up Juan Carlos Negrete as he strike out in the second. And he is 0 for 1 of the afternoon. The pitch in, and right there and inside for a code strike, and it's 0-1. So far, Angel Felipe looks like he's almost done of the day. And we'll see a new pitcher right in the top of the 5th inning, as Felipe is now at 48 pitches for his first 4 innings. Pitch here. Swing and a miss, and he'll get him down. Well, it wasn't too terrible, as 1 run comes in to score for Northwest Arkansas. And we now head to the bottom of the 4th. The Naturals are out in front by 1-0 over San Antonio.
Leading up for San Antonio,
Juan Fernandez, the first baseman, coming up. He flied out in the first. He is 0 for 1. So we start the bottom half of the San Antonio 4th, and that's going to be well and inside for a code strike. It is 0-1. Missions are trying to claim the series finale against the Naturals, and so far today could be their day. Tying run at the plate, that is Fernandez. And he takes one high and outside, and Ty Kraus calls it strike 2. That's a bad idea, but don't argue balls and strikes, because I'm no home plate umpire. That one high fly in the air, and the center fielder will range under it to make the play to get the first out recorded. That would bring up the hot corner third baseman Lucas Dunn, as he's 0 for 1. He struck out last time up in the second. So far, so good. Tulsa leads Arkansas by a score shutout of 2-0. They're at All-American Ballpark there in Arkansas. 1 ball, 1 strike. Springfield, boy, I gotta say, they're at the porch. Wichita leads 4-3 over the Springfield Cardinals. And that one is going to be drifted and foul, so in the count now 2-2. Boy, you look at where his pitch count is, 48 pitches, so both San Antonio and Northwest Arkansas pitchers are at the minimum of up to 50 pitches per pitcher. And that's going to bring up the DH Grant Little as he grounded out in the second and is 0 for 1 of the day. And that's going to be line drive up to right center, and that'll get through for a base hit. Going to first, going to second, and he's not stopping. He's looking for 3, and he's in there on a 2-out triple. And what a way to get this game off to a good start. The tying run now at third base. 5th inning, we have the score at Midland. It is 9-3. The Rockhounds up against Corpus Christi. And that's going to be blistered high in the air. And it's going to hit the base of the wall. The run is in to score, and that ties the ball game right there. An RBI double. And boy howdy, now is the time to strike hard in this ball game, Bob. Well, I gotta say, these boys, they lost last night 7-1. Time to redeem themselves. Yep, you got that right, Bob. Now we're going to have a manager come out of the Northwest Arkansas bullpen, and that's going to do for the starter here this afternoon. He either gets a no decision, a W, or ends up taking a loss here this afternoon, but it just depends how we go through the end of the day with this one. Alec Marsh, a right-hander, will come in for the Naturals, as he is 6'2" and 220 pounds and age 24. A crisp blue sky Sunday, just like it was yesterday, Bob. Yes, and indeed you were right about the weather forecast. It was nice and sunny yesterday. It is nice and sunny today. We got Albert Fabian coming in as he looks to get that runner home from second. No balls, 1 strike, 2 away. Runner at second. 1-1 tie. That one outside for a ball, and the count now 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. And that's going to be lifted high fly in the air. The left fielder will make the play for the out. Well, 1 run on 4 base hits, no errors. And a man left on as we head for the top of the 5th. We are tied at 1. Well, that'll bring up the center fielder, John Rave. He's 1 for 1 single in the 3rd inning. And so far, that will complete Angel Felipe's time on the hill for San Antonio. At least he went 4 innings of work. And that will bring up Gabe Mosser as he will come in for the first reliever here in the top half of the Naturals 5th. So a new arm set to go in this half inning. Rave coming out, and he throws the first pitch right here. High fly in the air, and that's going to get down for a left field base hit. He's going for first, and he's off to second. That will be the leadoff double in the top of the Northwest Arkansas 5th. Boy, Rave, he hits that ball. And so far, they're trying to break the tie in this ball game. Luca Tresh coming in. He high flies one near the coacher's box. Dunn will take it, and he's got it for the out. And that's going to bring in the right fielder leadoff guy, Tucker Bradley. 2 strikeouts, and it's 0 for 2. The pitch. And that one is high. Right there. Lopes in center. Makes the play, and he's got it. 2 up, 2 down. Runner still holds at second. Boy, and this ball game is going like you wouldn't even believe. Yeah, you're right about that. And here is Harold Gonzalez as he comes in, and he takes one and fouls it away, in the count now 0-1. Looking to take this side out to start the bottom of the 5th. Right there and in for a code strike. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Gabe Mosser looking in. Here's the pitch to him. And that is going to be lifted high in the air, and it will go out of play and foul. No balls and 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes to count. And the pitch. That one is out. And the count now 1-2. Looking for a strikeout to conclude this top half of the 5th. Pitch. And that's going to be line drive. And that's going to get up to right field for a base hit. Left, center, and right are running after it. And that will be a run in to score on an RBI triple. Northwest Arkansas, they will take the tiebreaker out of the pocket. And it is now Naturals 2, San Antonio 1. Here is Jimmy Govern as he takes one well and inside for a code strike, and it's 0-1. 1 for 2, single and a run. San Antonio trying to get out of this half inning and try to get in the bottom. Right there and outside for a code strike, and it is 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He gets him. And right there as he goes down on strikes, but a run is in to score on an RBI triple. And it gives the Northwest Arkansas Naturals the lead here in the top of the 5th inning. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left as we go to the bottom of the 5th. The Missions are coming up to bat next. The catcher is Michael Cantu as we start up the home half of the San Antonio 5th. That one well and inside for a ball, and the count now is 1-0. Or correction, no balls, 1 strike. I do apologize. Slider outside, and the count now 1-1. 7-2 Frisco over Amarillo there at Water Ridge Field. There in Amarillo, Texas. Frisco has the Sod Poodles in the top half of the 5th inning. Just a 7-2 advantage for the Frisco Rough Riders. 2 balls to 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be high in the air right there. First baseman makes the play, and he's got it for the out. That's going to bring in Tim Lopes. 1 for 1. He singled in the 3rd inning. Pitch here. And right there, line drive up to left center for a base hit. Boy, gotta say the base hits are coming up in bunches. And that's gonna bring up Wander Javier. As he comes in, and he looks pretty fresh from the start. Right there and inside for a code strike, and it's 0-1. Single in the 3rd, 1 for 2. And boy, those dogs are going crazy. Go after the foul ball. Right there and inside for a code strike, and Ty Krause looking like he called strike 3, but it's an 0-2 count. That one line drive up to right field for a base hit. Boy, and San Antonio just continues to get the hits going here this afternoon. Best one yet. It's pretty good. Right fielder Joshua Mears coming as he holds up in time for ball 1, and the count 1-0. One ball, no strike, 1 away, 2 on, first and second. A 2-1 Northwest Arkansas lead in this game. And that one's going to be line drive. And here comes the run. And it is in to score from second, as it is now a 2-2 tie. Boy, and it's a good thing they got that run in, Bob. Yeah, and if they didn't, it would have been bases loaded. A fly out, 2 flyouts, that would be the inning right there. Juan Fernandez coming in as he had 2 flyouts. He swings and misses at the initial offering for strike 1. Marsh coming in the stretch. And outside, down and low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now, I was going to say it would be 1 ball and no strikes, but again, I pull your legs. That one high fly in the air, and that will indicate the infield fly rule. So make that a easy out. And that'll bring in Lucas Dunn as he struck out and flied out. Is 0 for 2 of the afternoon. And a pitch. That one high and outside for ball 1, and the count 1-0. Ty Krause calling balls and strikes. He is the crew chief behind the plate for both sides. And that's going to be right there. Line drive up the right, and that will do for this half inning. Well, Joshua Mears, he gets the tying run, as that will do for the 5th inning. So 1 run on 2 base hits, no errors, and a man left. As we go to the top half of the 6th, it is tied at 2-2. First baseman is Robbie Glendenning as we start up the top of the 6th inning. And a pitch. That one high fly in the air. Mears in pursuit, and he makes the play. Just shy of the warning track. 1 away in this top half, as that was an easy fly to right. Tyler Gentry is 0 for 2. He struck out and line out. And that one is going to be whiplashed right there and into the fans, as that will go foul. So no balls and 1 strike. And a pitch. Right there and inside for a code strike, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes here in the count. On this beautiful Sunday afternoon here in the top of the natural 6th inning. So, Ann, you having a good time? I'm having a good time, thanks. Yes, you're quite welcome. Bob, how about you? You doing all right? I'm doing good. Good. So no balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and he'll strike him out. And Gentry is not happy as he talks to home plate umpire Ty Krause. And he is not happy about that at all as he goes down on strikes. No, it reminds me of the catcher Chandler Siegel as playing Amarillo one night, or Springfield of last year. And boy, he got into a heated argument with the home plate umpire Ty Krause. Now evidently he lost that argument. He was immediately ejected for the argument of balls and strikes. Philip Wellman, former San Antonio Missions manager, came out and tried to plead his case. He also got ejected. Philip Wellman, he is Now up in AAA El Paso, he coaches for the Chihuahuas, the AAA team for the San Diego Padres affiliation. Abigail Franklin, hello there. Welcome into the live stream. Now that'll bring in Shervian Newton. Here's a pitch, and that one, boy, I thought that was going to be called strike three. That was down and inside. Newton is 0 for 2 of the day. The pitch. And that one's going to be high flying in the air. And that will hit the base of the wall just shy of the foul pole. And still holding on at a ball and 2 strikes. 1 and 2. Swing and a miss, and he gets them. So Newton goes down, a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. And we go bottom of 6 at a 2-2 tie.
Leading up for San Antonio, the designated hitter.
The designated hitter is Grant Little as we start the home half of the 6th for San Antonio. Pitch here, and that one is going to be right there and out of play. No balls, 1 strike the count. Here's the pitch. That one high flying in the air. Well hit, but not enough to get out there, as that will be the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Jackson Merrill, second baseman for San Antonio here. And pretty good one, as that, unlike C.J. Abrams, being in the San Antonio defense for the last 2 years, being called up to Double-A San Antonio in 2021. Right there and well and inside for a code strike, and it's 1-1. C.J. Abrams up in AAA El Paso. So far pretty good as they have their series. And we got to see where they're playing at here in this one. So right there and inside for a code strike, and the count now 2-2. That's right there to third. The third baseman will zip line it right to first, and it is 1-2 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Albert.
I was going to say 1, but it is 2 here in this one. Well, Salt Lake City is up in El Paso today as they play their last game of the 6-game set. Salt Lake City Bees versus the El Paso Chihuahuas. Up there in the AAA team up in El Paso. That's going to be line drive up to right center for the base hit. For Salt Lake City over the AAA Padres affiliation of El Paso. So far, Tuesday, May 2nd, is when Oklahoma City goes to El Paso. Take on another 6-game homestand there at their stadium. So far, pretty good right there. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 away. Runner at first base after that right center base hit. That one right there as he steps on the bag at first. And that will do. No runs on a hit. No errors, a man left. As we now head for the top of the Northwest Arkansas 7th, it is tied at 2. That'll bring up 7, 8, 9, due up for 7. And here is Juan Carlos Negrete. Negrete coming in, and he takes a high fly one Fabian in pursuit, and he'll make the catch on the warning track. And just a few more inches in the air, and it would have been gone, as it'll defeat the tiebreaker. So that will bring up John Rae. He doubled, single, and RBI is 2 for 2 of the day. And that one down and inside for a ball, and the count now 1-0. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Here's a pitch. And that one is inside for a code strike, and it's 1-1. One ball, one strike, and that one is going to be lifted high fly in the air, and that will go out of play and foul. 3 more innings left of this current homestand as we wrap up homestand number 2. And Missions will head for Tulsa after today. It's going to be right there, and that will be a leadoff 1-out hit. So that will be the double. That's going to bring up Luca Tresh as 0 for 2 of the day in the pitch. And Ty Krause says yes, that is for strike 1. Fly out, pop out 0 for 2 to Tresh here today. He's got that runner as second. And that's going to be high fly in the air. And that will go out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. High fly in the air again, and that will get fouled off as well. Boy, ball game almost over, and San Antonio is trying to secure this final game. High fly in the air. Mears in pursuit, and he makes the play for out number 2.
The right fielder for 12, Tucker Bradley.
That'll bring up the leadoff batter, Tucker Bradley, the right fielder. Here's a pitch, and that's going to be high fly in the air. And they will not make the play, as that will get down for a base hit. So the left fielder will let that one get by him. And the Naturals will take the 3-2 advantage in breaking the tie, second time of the day. Don't see that every day in a ball game, right, Bob? No, you don't see that all the time in the ball game, but really this is what's putting the bat to the ball, is these hitters. Here's Gerard Gonzalez as he lets one loose, high fly in the air, and that is going out of play. Gonzalez, he tripled during his last time up. He RBI 1 for 3 of the day for this beautiful Sunday we have. High fly in the air. Fabian in pursuit, makes the play, and ends the inning. So the right fielder, Tucker Bradley for Northwest Arkansas, will give the Naturals the lead here in the top of the 7th. Well, it is get up a stretch. The Northwest Arkansas Naturals the lead at 3-2.
Your attention, please.
John DePoto is coming out for Northwest Arkansas. As we are about ready to go here in the bottom half of the 7th inning for San Antonio. Tim Lopes is 2 for 2, 2 singles and a run. So far, almost our 3 o'clock hour here, as the Missions and Northwest Arkansas Naturals getting ready to conclude this homestand here this week. Well, got some activity in the Naturals bullpen. And so far going pretty good. And the pitch. That one well and inside for a coach strike, and it's 1-1. Tying run at the plate, that is the center fielder, Tim Lopes. And right there to short, as the shortstop will get him by a foot. And that is one quick out. That'll bring up Wander Javier. 2 singles, 2 for 3 of the day. And right there and inside for a code strike, and it is 0-1. Here's the 0-1. And that one's going to be line drive right there up to second baseman. And that will do for out number 2. And that's going to bring up Joshua Mears. 1 for 3 single RBI. That is Mears. We'll take a break in the top half of the 8th inning as we'll have our commercial messages before we start the top half of the Northwest Arkansas Naturals 8th inning. And so far, we can't wait to see y'all again in just a little bit. That is high fly. Up in right field as that will do. And that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. And we head for the top of the 8th. But before we do that, we go to our break. And we're back here with more Texas League baseball coming up. It's the top half of the 8th inning for Northwest Arkansas. And the Naturals lead this ball game 3-2 over the Missions. We are back for Texas League baseball as we get ready to start the top half of the 8th inning for Northwest Arkansas. And here's the pitch by Gabe Mosher. That's going to be high fly in the air. And Javier, the shortstop, will make the play as he pulls it down for the out. That'll bring in Robbie Glendenning. He doubled single 2 for 3 and trying to make it for a 3 for 3. And the pitch. And that is going to be right there. And that is determined whether if it's fair or foul, but just shy hugging the line is foul. Here's the 0-1. And that one right there, line drive up the center, and that will go to Lopes, as that will be a 1-out single. He got his 3 for 3. And that's going to bring up Tyler Gentry. Gentry coming in, and he takes one well and inside for a code strike, and it's 0-1. Today, if they can overturn this Taco Bell double play, every fan that leaves here this afternoon will receive their coupons for a 2 crispy tacos courtesy of our neighbors at Taco Bell. Line drive, that's going to be up to right field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. And runner coming from first, and it is now a Northwest Arkansas 4-2 lead.
Now batting, shortstop,
and that's going to bring up the 6th batter, Shervian Newton. Newton coming in, and here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be right there and not a play and foul. No balls, 1 strike to Newton. Strikeout in the 6-0 for 3 of the day. We'll go ahead and give you your scores here this afternoon. Frisco continues their lead over the Amarillo Sod Poodles by the score of 7-4 as they are top half of the 6th inning. Midland leads Corpus Christi top of the 7th. They are 9-3 as Midland leads the Hooks by the score. Here's the 0-1. And that one is out of foul. Boy, so far they are seeing where that went. And yep, it is foul. It is right outside the line, so it will be called a foul ball by instant replay. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He gets them. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the Northwest Arkansas 8th. And that will bring up Juan Carlos Negrete. See, flied out in the 7th is 0 for 3 of the day. Pitch here, inside for a cold strike, and it's 0-1. At least 42 today for Gabe Mosser. And that's hit to first to Fernandez as he'll step on first on an unassisted play, and that will do. Well, 1 run comes in across the score on 3 base hits, no errors, and nobody left as we go to the bottom half of the 8th. The Northwest Arkansas Naturals lead it 4-2.
Your attention, please.
Well, that'll bring up a reliever here for Northwest Arkansas, Jacob Wallace. 6'1", 190 pounds, and age 24. So, Bob, Annie, I gotta say, y'all having fun this afternoon? Well, yes, we're having so much fun. It is fun to come out to the ball game. It is fun. Yeah, we're having fun, John. Are you having fun as well? Well, yes. Evan Sisk and Josh Dye, 2 lefties for the Naturals bullpen, will get ready to warm up. So, what are the dogs doing? Well, they're being good boys. Oh, so both of these dogs are your boys. Yes. 9,777 fans in today's ball game. Right there to the hot corner third baseman. He zip lines it right to first for the out.
Now batting, third base.
San Antonio down to their final 5 outs here today, and of the second homestand here in this 2023 season. Four to 2 Northwest Arkansas. And that's going to be blistered up to left center for a base hit. Boy, pop of the bat. It just feels pretty good to get a line drive up there. 104 miles an hour, and that one rail rewarded to the hot corner third baseman Lucas Dunn. In now the DH Grant Little as he takes one high and outside for ball 1. And the count 1-0. 1 for 3, triple and a run. so far, Bark in the Park week continues. And so far, cannot wait for the next Bark in the Park, which we will have in the month of May. So pretty good right there too. Month of May, we have the Corpus Christi Hooks for one homestand, the Amarillo Sod Poodles for the next upcoming homestand. Corpus Christi gets the third homestand of 2023. Amarillo Sod Poodles will get the fourth. Here's the 2-2. And he went. And right there is, that will be for the out.
Now batting, second baseman, Jackson.
And that's going to bring in Jackson Merrill as he continues to come in. And that one is high and outside for ball one. 1-0 the count. Runner at first and 2 away. Bottom of 8 here this afternoon. Final game, Northwest Arkansas at San Antonio. Until we meet again, these ball clubs again will see each other here at the Industry, beginning the second half of the season with a 3-game weekend series, Friday through Sunday, beginning in June. And that's going to be line drive up to left field, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Boy, and now you need somebody to whack it over the fence, and it'll be considered a 3-run home run. San Antonio could get in there and get this ball game in their hands. Albert Fabian coming in as he takes one high and outside for ball one. Single in the 6th inning. He is a 1 for 3. 8-4 Frisco in their ball game at Water Ridge Field, and that one's taken well and inside for a code strike, and the count now is 1-1. 1-1, and that one's going to be blistered right there to the center fielder as he'll make the play for the out. Well, that will do for 8 complete innings of play. And Northwest Arkansas up by 2.
Leading off for Northwest Arkansas,
John Rave is a 3 for 3, 2 double singles, 2 runs. He's had a great afternoon so far for the Naturals. Trying to make it a 4 for 4 afternoon. Here's the 0-1. And that one is high flying in the air. And Fabian goes after it, and he'll make the catch.
now batting.
So that is for out number 1. Northwest Arkansas down to their final 2 outs. Midland continues to lead Corpus Christi in the bottom half of the 7th inning at Franco Park. Midland 9, Corpus Christi 3. Up there in West Texas. Pretty good right there. We're going to check some North Division teams. Tulsa up top of the 5th inning, 4-0 over the Arkansas Travelers. They're at the All-American Ballpark. So far, pretty good right there. Bottom half of the 8th for Wichita and Springfield. They are 4-4, and it's a tied ball game in their series finale. So gotta say, pretty good right there as they try to get whatever they can to clinch that series out there at the Blue River Stadium. Boy, San Antonio, I bet they do go to Blue River, or Probably not, but anyways, they do not go to Northwest Arkansas or Springfield. Of the year, Springfield will get the 2023 season finale with the final 6 games of the year against San Antonio. Luca Tresh coming in. He's the next batter as he takes one in the middle for the code strike, and it's 0-1. Bottom half of the 9th, we got a little more time with this ball club. And so far, our time here at home is nearly complete for this week. Right there is the first baseman, Fernandez, will make the play, and he's got it to record the out. Tucker Bradley coming in is 1 for 4 double RBI. And Northwest Arkansas down to their last out. The pitch. And that's going to be high fly in the air. Fabian in pursuit. And he makes it. What a play by left fielder Fabian. And as he goes after it and he robs them of their last out. And he takes quite a tumble, as that will do for this half inning. Evan Sisk coming out for Northwest Arkansas. He is 6'2" and 209 pounds and age 25. So we're to the bottom half of the 9th. 9-1-2 due up for San Antonio. And that'll bring up Michael Cantu, the missions catcher. And that's going to get fouled and away, and the count 0-1. Want to thank everybody that came out to this homestand. Don't forget Tuesday, May 9th. First of a 6-game series between our next door neighbor team from IH 38 south of Corpus Christi. Will be here on that Tuesday. And that's going to be high flying in the air, up in left center. And that's going to get down for a base hit. The runner is at second on a no-out double. And now the tying run coming up to the plate. And boy, there is still a little more action left of this homestand, as the Naturals are now getting threatened here in the bottom half of the 9th. And a pitch. And that's going to be whiplashed right there. And they will not chance it, as that will be the first out here in the... Wander Javier, the shortstop, 2 for 4, 2 singles, coming in this ball game. Looking to tie up the ball game. The pitch, outside, far and wide, 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch. And that's going to be right there to short. They'll throw him out at first, and that is 2 outs. San Antonio down to their final out here in this homestand. Want to thank Northwest Arkansas for coming here. It's always good to see these boys up in the AA affiliation of the Kansas City Royals, taking on the San Diego Padres of San Antonio. We're back Tuesday, May 9th, taking on Corpus Christi. Join us for that first of a 6-game set when we come back from Tulsa. And that's going to be line drive, and that's going to get through for a base hit. And here comes the run in to score, and he is in. Missions are about ready to tie this ball game. They got 1 out. They could do it with 1 out. 1 out remain here in this ball game, and now the winning run is Juan Fernandez. Fernandez ready to go. The pitch. And that one is well and inside for a code strike. And it is 0-1. New score reads Northwest Arkansas 4, San Antonio 3. Last of the bottom of the ninth. And that one will even things up at 1-1. A lot of fans here today, and total 9,777. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch, and that's right there, and that will be fair. That will be a fair ball as he goes to third, and he will stop. Boy, and one more hit could tie the ball game, and it'll save the Missions from elimination. Man, these boys are not going down without a fight. Well, that'll bring up the lefty Josh Dye, trying to get the final out here in this half inning. Game on the line for San Antonio. Here is third baseman Lucas Dunn. And he's going to foul that one off, and the count now 0-1. The tying run is up at third. The winning run up at first. Crowd getting up on their feet on this Sunday afternoon. A one-run ball game. And a swing and a miss. And the count now is 0-2. We're down against it now. Their last strike of the day. Last strike. The pitch. And that's going to be right there. And that will be it. The Northwest Arkansas Naturals will win the finale of this 6 games. My friends, that close out the second homestand of 2023 as San Antonio tries to battle it out, but it was a pretty fair ball game as we finish today here at the Industry Ballpark. It is the Northwest Arkansas Naturals 4 and the San Antonio Missions 3. That was a pretty good ballpark, and we've had a pretty good time playing in it for this second homestand of the year. Like I said, we are back on Tuesday, May 9th. We start up the third homestand between the IH-38 South Corpus Christi Hooks. And that will do. For all of us, we will be in Tulsa. And we will see you there at DCJ Field on Tuesday.
For the Missions, 3 runs, 14 hits, no errors. They left 12 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 7 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Well, hope everybody has had a good time, and so far this homestand has concluded for the second one of the year. Bob, I gotta say, we are off for a week, and hope we have fun watching the Tulsa Drillers take on San Antonio, and hope we all have fun watching those games on Tuesday. Yeah, it's going to be a good one as we get ready to have the 6 games before return home to take on the Corpus Christi Hooks for the 6. Gotta say, pretty good for all of our fans here today and all the dogs. And gotta say, Ann, thank you for coming into our live broadcast. This is Bob's lovely wife. And I gotta say, Bob, how long have you been married to Ann? Well, we've been married a lovely 68 years in our marriage. Wow, that's a long time to be married. Well, it is. I love her like no tomorrow. Oh, I love you too, honey. Well, oh, yeah, we gotta talk about the dogs. So, the Saint Bernard, what's his name? Well, his name is Tyler. Tyler? Like Tyler? Yes, his name is Tyler. And the German Shepherd's name is honey, you forgot his name. No, I didn't forget his name. Can you help me out here, hun? I seem to forget. Well, the Saint Bernard's name is Tyler, and the other is Rex. Tyler and Rex. Wow. Well, gotta say they look really good, and so far cannot wait to see them on the next Bark in the Parks. You guys more than interested to come down, and we have the Missions game coming up on that next following Sunday. Well, 2 Sundays from now, we'll be at home to take on the Corpus Christi Hooks, and cannot wait for you guys to come back. We're going to stay on the air for just a little while longer. And so far, Northwest Arkansas beats San Antonio, final 4-3 here of today in our last home game of the second homestand in this one. San Antonio is now 9-10 of the year. So that means Northwest Arkansas will be tied up with Tulsa with 11 wins apiece. So that is pretty good in this one. Well, Northwest Arkansas is about ready to board the bus as they will head back home to Riverboat Field there in Springdale, Arkansas. And so far is going to be pretty good as they take on the Wichita Wind Surge beginning 11:05 on that morning on Tuesday. So we will check out the start times for the Tuesdays. 11:05 as Wichita is at Northwest Arkansas. So far, Frisco will start their second home stand with Midland. The Rockhounds will have their 6-game homestand with the Frisco Rough Riders. So Midland and Frisco together. So getting new scores now from Midland. It is the Rockhounds 11-3 as they are bottom of the 8th inning. And Corpus Christi are down by the 8 runs. So anyway, pretty good right there. So Frisco, bottom half of the 7th, they continue to lead the Amarillo Sod Poodles by 11-6. So Frisco can still hang on to the second place positions. And that means that they will get a tie ball game with the Sod Poodles if they win here today. Well, we'll go ahead and check up in the North Division. So far, Tulsa, top half of the 6th inning, 4-1 over the Arkansas Travelers. So far, the Travelers at Springfield will start their games. They'll have 2 morning games beginning Tuesday morning at 11:30 and Wednesday morning at 11:30. So that will be pretty good right there. So anyway, pretty good as of right there. Springfield, top half of the 9th inning. They're at Wichita. They're on the porch. They are 7-4 as they reach the top half of the 9th inning. So pretty good in that one. Well, for all of us here, we want to thank everybody coming into this ball game, and we thank y'all for being here. And we will see y'all again real soon as we get ready to take on the Corpus Christi Hooks beginning next Tuesday from this week. And so far, we are pretty much taking a week off after this week. It's been a long one. Yeah, it has been a very long one. And we thank you guys for coming out and having a good time with us during this time. So, Bob, you headed home? Yeah, I'm going to take my wife home. And so far, we'll see you in a week. Yeah, we'll see you in a week, man. Ann, yes, it is good to see you, and it's very nice to meet you for the first time. But anyway, we'll see you later. Put this in the gap. And so far, it is pretty good. Well, so for everybody here today, we want to thank everybody tuning in to this broadcast for Mission Spaceball. Final score, Northwest Arkansas 4 and San Antonio 3. Have a good day, everybody.